Welcome to the Kent Lapp Podcast.
All right, so packing the courts, what does that mean? How would that happen? Is that a likely scenario if Biden gets in?
Oh, gosh. You're asking me to predict something that's very difficult to predict, and so I can't do that. But, the Constitution doesn't say how many justices there have to be.
And by the way, when he says packing the courts, does he mean the Supreme Court?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that this phrase gets thrown around. There are a lot of still open seats on courts of appeals and district courts. President Trump's filled about a third of the whole federal judicial bench at this point. He's done a ton. That doesn't mean he's filled all of them. And there are some that are still unfilled. And I actually think, I would argue that district and circuit judges are still pretty overworked. So I don't think there'd be anything wrong with creating more kind of positions to be filled. Okay. But obviously you have to get Congress to pay for them. So that's part of it. But so I think we need more district judges. We need more circuit judges. They're by and away pretty overworked. Unlike the Supreme Court, who can decide what cases they take, district and circuit courts, they can't. They have to take pretty much everything. So every case that's filed in district court, a judge has to hear. And you get an automatic right of appeal for almost every case. So it means you get to go to the circuit court no matter what. You typically get an argument. You get to file briefs and, present your case. And then you can keep trying to appeal, but it's discretionary after that. But they don't have the luxury of picking and choosing their cases. So I think they are pretty overworked. So sometimes when, say, Joe Biden has said, I'm going to add more seats on, say, the 6th Circuit or the 7th Circuit, people say he's packing the courts. I just think they're overworked. Is he going to put people in that may align with his political philosophy? Maybe, but I think that's just, presidents do that. I don't think that's packing the courts. The real court packing issue is involving the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And that's now the conservative is in almost a supermajority, 6-3. And if you're a Democrat, you're thinking, well, all these, rights to, say, abortion or same-sex marriage or all these things, are they now up for debate in the Supreme Court? Well, maybe I can avoid that if I just add 3 more left-leaning justices to counteract those other ones, or add 4 more, right? So all of a sudden you go from 9 to 13, and those 6 really don't have the majority anymore. And then the issue people have with that is, well, then the next president's going to add 4 more, and the next one's going to add 4 more, and you're going to have 300 people on the Supreme Court. I will say, in our history, we've had as many as 11 and as few as 5 on the Supreme Court. So it hasn't changed in about 150 years, but we have had different numbers.
Interesting. What would it take to add seats to the Supreme Court?
President nominates someone and the Senate confirms them.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you had to somehow add states in all of this mess. Nope. Okay.
Nope. They're appointed by the president, subject to the advice and consent of the Senate for life tenure based on good behavior.
Well, then how have we wound up at 9 for so long then?
It's just been a good number. It's just been where we've landed. It's odd number, so you can break a tie. It's just been the number we've settled on. I think people would say 5 is too few. It's too much work. 12 is unwieldy. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. 9's a lot. Tennessee has 5 on the Supreme Court of Tennessee. And most states have between 5 and 9.
Okay.